wanted to hop on here and say hello and play with my new Stampers Anonymous, the Easter egg bunny rabbit, Mr. Rabbit. The number is CMS478 for those of you who may want to still order it. I believe it's still available online. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I just want to play with my stamp, and I thought I'd turn on the camera and play along with you guys. So I really think he's so cute. I only have a basic idea in mind, but I'm hoping it will turn out cute. I'm going to be making a Alice in Wonderland journal, and I thought it'd be cute to do something with Mr. Rabbit, and make him into a white rabbit. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to play with my distress crayons. I have the whole set, so I don't know which colors I'll be using yet, but I do have those. And I thought this kind of had an Alice in Wonderland feel to it. These stamps by Tim Holtz. So I went ahead and ordered these as well because I just thought they might go well with Mr. Rabbit. So we'll play around a little bit with this also. The number on this one is CMS004, and it's called Creative Textures, in case you want to order that. And I will try to link them below in my description, all the supplies that I use. So stay tuned and come play with me. So first, let's see. I think I'm going to stamp out Mr. These are the things I pulled out to stamp on and to use for my base. I don't know if I might make a big journaling card, or I might make this into something that can be like a journal topper. I haven't really decided yet. Or I might just make a card. No, it's either going to be a journaling card, I think, or a topper. But this paper here is a background paper that I made for my kit, my Alice in Wonderland kit. It's available on Etsy if you want one of these. I'll also link this below. You'll get this and, so much more. But I thought it might be cute to use this in there as well. So first, let's get started by, I think I want to stamp Mr. Rabbit here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my archival ink to stamp him because I'm going to be using other mediums with him that are going to be water-based. So I want the base of him to be waterproof. So I'm going to do him first. Get him all squared away. I'm going to just use my stamper's block this time and not pull out my stamping pad. I can get him to stick on it. I never use my stamper blocks anymore, but we're going to today. So I'm just going to put a really good coat of ink on him. Make sure he's covered good in this archival ink. This one's from Ranger, but you can use any permanent ink for this. To get all the details down. Get it really, really saturated there, so that your first time around, hopefully you'll get a good print. That's what I'm going for anyways. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Uh-oh, hope that didn't mess him up. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then with a secondary print, I'm going to just make a mask for Mr. Rabbit. So I'm going to also do a secondary print with the same ink that's still on the brush. I mean, on the stamp. Don't know why I said brush, but... So he can be light because he's just going to be my mask. So then I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my stamp here real quick. You don't have to wipe your stamp off. There's really not much coming off of it, but you can if you want. I don't really know if I should be using a baby wipe for that, but too late, I already did. Okay, so now I'm going to take both of these and I'm going to just cut them out. So I'll probably fast forward through this for you so you don't have to watch my whole process here. Hello. So I was thinking while I was off, I'm done with my masks and my other rabbit. So this rabbit here has a red coat and a little blue jacket on with a white shirt, blue vest. So I'm going to make him match this guy because he's our white rabbit. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do something very similar in colors. And just looking at this, I think this one right here, whatever it is, it says candied apple. I think that one might be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a light coloring on his jacket because I know that when I get this wet, it's going to bring out the details. It's going to activate it and change the way the color looks a little bit. So I don't want to put too much, but certain areas like this, I'm going to make a little darker to bring out the details. Just little creases in his jacket. And certain, like his collar, around his collar here. So then the blue on his jacket, I feel like is about this color blue. If we match it up here. Yep, it's almost a perfect match, matter of fact. This one's called Tumbled Glass. And this will be his bow tie and his vest. Then I'm going to take my water brush, and first I'm going to go with the lighter color and then the darker color, just to try to keep things from mixing too much. Blue also, just for fun. Make him have a blue eye. I know most rabbits have black eyes, but he's from Wonderland, so he can have a blue eye, right? Now I think, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that we have antique linen, so that's a choice. we could do him with antique linen to make him white, because that's a very soft off-white, and it might actually look good to just make him kind of a real light white. Or we could use picket fence. I've got that. So I'm going to look at that real quick. Okay, so picket fence, when you look at it, it's literally, you can't even tell that it's on there. And so that means it probably won't show up on here. So I'm going to say no, I think, to picket fence for coloring him. Yeah, let's just go, I think, with, for now, maybe the antique linen. I think that might be the best choice for making a white rabbit. Okay. So here we go. We've got the antique linen. Now what I'm going to do is these darker spots, I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of this antique linen on here. Kind of color it in a little. And then, so that I don't make the white spots too dark, I will just pull some of that antique linen into the space when I'm done doing this, when I'm activating it. Wipe my brush off. Then I think I want to do pink inside of his ears. It to be a little darker than that. So I'm going to grab my candied apple again. And I'm just going to go ahead and go a little bit over his jacket again. Now, for the base of the card, let's see what we want to do. Let me see how he goes with this whole scheme. Do we like it? Okay. So for the base of the card, I think I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. First, I'm going to put Mr. Rabbit away. And then I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp a background. And I think I'm going to use I don't know, I think for my background I might use some of my distress inks, mainly so that if I want to blend, I can. I think I have scorched timber and I'm thinking maybe some blue might be good too. If we can get blue that kind of, yeah, Mermaid Lagoon. Let's start with those two colors and see what happens. This is my art process, you guys. I just kind of decide as I go. Okay, scorched timber. Let's do that one first. And I'm going to go ahead and get this block really saturated. Move my bunny. Mr. Rabbit here. I'm thinking maybe add with some permanent ink, some black, some of this randomly, I'm thinking, but with permanent ink so that when I go to blend some of this, the black will not mix, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'll do. So we'll use the black. Okay, I think I like that. I like what's going on here. All right. Now, what I'm thinking before I go any further is I think I want to maybe activate some of this ink. So, I think I'm just going to take my spray bottle, and if I can find my Tim Holtz one, oh, there it is. So my distress spray bottle, and I'm just going to kind of very gently squeeze if anything will come out. Get some drops on there, hopefully. Now, since this isn't watercolor paper, I'm gonna try not to overdo the wetness here because I don't want to make it so wet that it's going to not look good anymore. This is just cardstock, so, which you can do. Well, this has a little red on it still. I can tell when I do this, but that's okay. This might even be a good way to get this wet. Just add some little drops from my paintbrush. And you can totally skip this part if you want, if you don't want to. I'm just playing. I'm playing and seeing what I come up with. Because if you don't play, what's the point of doing art? Right? Gotta have fun with it. Okay, so we've got this all dry now. It's a little warped, but once we get everything glued down, I think it'll be fine. And we've got this, the rabbit, and a piece of red cardstock. I was kind of going over what I want to maybe do, and I feel like he's too busy with this background. He doesn't stand out very well. But I like him on this one. And I like this behind it with this. So I'm going to kind of do a layering effect with him on top, this behind him, this. That makes sense. So first, I need to get my cutter out, and I need to figure out how big to cut everything, or how small, whichever way you want to look at it, how big or how small. Just going to use this cutter. So this cardstock here is 5.5 inches wide. So that means I need to cut, I think this one about 5 inches. So I'm gonna probably cut this one about here. Just gonna use my guillotine cutter here. And then I'm going to cut, let's see how wide it is this way. So this way it looks like it is 8.5 inches. And yes, I'm using the whole thing because I'm going to make it, I've decided, into a large journaling card. And if I decide I don't need a large journaling card, I can use it as a topper as well. So that, now I'm forgetting what my measurement was. 8.5, okay. So I'll make it 8 inches wide, 8 inches that way then. Make it about a half an inch smaller. Okay. So we've got that for the background of this. I feel like it looks a little uneven. It didn't cut very straight. So let me get that extra off of there. Maybe it's because the paper's a little warped. So it's like, cut straight. Is that better? Ah, a little bit better. Maybe it's just the design on it that makes it look that way. It's a trick of the eye. Yeah, I think it is, because when I turn it around, I don't get that feeling. So it's the design that's making it feel that way. All right, and then, so I measured this one at 5 inches, I believe. Let's see, yeah, 5 and 8. So that means this one, before I do anything, I'm going to take these white edges off. Okay, so this one I'm going to do at, I think, 4.5 inches. Let's see how I like that. I might end up taking a little more off, but we'll start at 4.5 and see how I feel about that. And 7.5. Okay. So I don't want to take the guillotine away yet. I'm going to just kind of layer these up and see what I think. And if I like it. Do I like it? I don't know. Let's put the bunny on top and see what we feel like. It might even be fun to do it way smaller. Trying to think. We have a lot of red in the middle showing. What to do. See, this is my process that I just have to try to figure out what I really like. And I don't know, I think I kind of like more of this background showing, so I think I might cut this down some more. Like, right now it's at 4.5 inches, so maybe 4 inches. Let's do 4 inches. 7.5. So now I'm going to try 7. Actually, I think I'm going to even go shorter than that. I think I'm going to go to about 6 inches. Because I want more of that background of the other paper showing. But I still want to use this kind of as a centerpiece, if that makes sense. So more of this is showing, but this is going to be kind of a centerpiece, and then Mr. Rabbit on top. And I think I like that a lot better. I do think maybe I want to make this one just a tiny bit shorter. So right now it is at 8 inches, so I'm going to make it 7.5. Just going to make it just a little bit shorter. Let's see how I like that. Okay, so we got that. We've got this. And we've got Mr. Rabbit. All right, I think I'm liking that much better. Might even like Mr. Rabbit kind of in the corner. No, I like him centered. All right, so let's take all of this off and start assembling all of this. I'm thinking I want to maybe do the edges a little bit, maybe around some corners. So let's do that first. I'm going to round the corners of my cardstock. Okay. And I might even make this into a little pocket. I think that might be cute since it's a journaling card. But let's round the edges of this one also. Okay. And then the edges of this one. Right, so now we've got that, and we've got Mr. Rabbit. Okay, yeah, I think I like that a lot. So we're going to make this into a little pocket. This won't be, but this will be, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, I think he looks cute. I want to distress the edges though. So I'm going to take my scorched timber back out again. And do the edges of that. Okay. He actually looks a lot like this white rabbit here, so it's a good fit. They look very similar to each other. They're the way their faces are. Okay, there's that one. Now for this one. I'm trying to get to where I don't overthink things so much, because I think that I really tend to overthink things before I just put them together. And I watch other crafters that seem to just be able to put things together so quickly. And that is just not me. I think I'm going to do a little bit of this. I just feel like it needs it. Okay. We got that and that. And Mr. Rabbit. Alright. And I still need to do the outside of this one. So they're all coherent together. Cohesive. Not coherent, cohesive. Alright, now let's see. Yep. Alright, I really like that. Coming together. I'm wondering, I'm feeling like, first let's get this cleaned up a little bit, but I am feeling like maybe I want to get some letters or words of some kind on here before I put everything down permanently, like maybe on the red background a little bit. I'm trying to decide if that would be too much or if it would just be that little bit of extra that we need. I kind of feel like it is the little bit of extra that's needed, so I will be right back. Okay, so I got this one. It is Botanical Register Studio 490 WVBG029. I actually got this at a thrift store. It was for 50 cents. I should take that off, but oh well. But it is Stampers Anonymous. I'm thinking that it was it's a very old one stamp, so I don't know if it's available anymore since I got it secondhand. But even though I got it secondhand, I feel like it's never been used before, because it seems like it's never been used before. So that's the one I'm going to use. And it's high time it's used, right? Let's get it used. And I'm going to use my archival ink for this. So just gonna hope you can see this. I'm just gonna stamp up the stamp here. Okay. And I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to maybe put this behind it as I stamp. Okay, and I want to just oh, that's cute. See, I like that. And maybe we'll do this one over here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot, I think. And then I think I will just do this one up here, do half of it. Again, get it right here. Maybe kind of off-centered. Yeah, that's cute. I really like this stamp, actually. I think I've had it for a while now, for about a year. And this is my first time using it, so I predict I'm going to be using it a lot more in the future. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now, let's see what we got here. See if we need anything else. Yeah, I think that adds quite a bit, actually, just to have those words on there. I really like that a lot. And Mr. Rabbit here. I think I want to add a few words on here as well. So we'll get our stamp back out and go ahead and ink it up. And maybe I'll do it this direction now, since I did the other ones the other direction. Yeah. And put a little bit more on there. Yeah. And then just do a ghost print over here because I don't want it too much. All right. Now, let's see what we got. See, I just keep playing until I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that now. That's my process. Now I'm happy with it. Let's see. So that's that. I'm just wondering if I should do a little bit of stamping on the top too as well, just to tie it all in. But you know, I think I'm not going to. I think it's good the way it is. Yeah, because I think it kind of makes this stand out from the rest of it, all the busyness. I don't want too much busyness going on. And I feel like there's kind of a lot already. So we'll call that good right there. And now I need to get the whiskers back on Mr. Rabbit. I bet you guys were wondering if I was going to do that, huh? So my answer to that is yes, I am. I'm going to do that. Let's take this stamp off of here and get Mr. Rabbit back on. And the way we are going to do this is we're just going to stamp him underneath. You don't have to do the whole Mr. Rabbit, I guess, again, if you don't want to, but I'm going to just because that will help me determine where to put him exactly. So I'm going to get his whiskers really, really good. This area that I cut off, that's going to be extra inked up there. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and let's get him centered just right. Let's see. All right, I think that's good right there. Okay. My stamping pressure tool. Just press it down, hopefully evenly. Okay. Get extra good where his whiskers are. That's what's going to be showing. All right, there he is. So now we will just put Mr. Rabbit right on top of that. Get him centered on there good. Like so. And there's his whiskers back. Now he's got whiskers again. So let's glue him. I think I'm gonna just use my little thing here and kind of give him a little bit of distress around the edges here, just to help him stand out a little bit better when he's on there. Give him a little more definition, so to speak. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to use my art glitter glue to glue him down onto the paper. Okay. And there we go. We got Mr. Rabbit attached there. Yay! Okay. We got Mr. Rabbit on there. White rabbit. And then, let's see where we're at. Gonna go like this. Put him on top. Okay. So I'm not going to do like a notch on here because it's going to be, well, maybe I should do a notch. Should I do a notch or shouldn't? No. I think it's going to be more of a hidden pocket. So I won't do a notch. I'm thinking about that. Like, should I do a notch? Or should I leave it as is? Okay, no notch. I've decided. Okay. So I'm using my glue stick. Side. Okay, just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. I'm not gonna overthink it. Okay, so there's your pocket. Right there. I have a little pocket here. Then I think I want to do a little bit of sewing around the edge here. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I went ahead and sewed around the edges of this because I just thought it would add something to it. This can be used again as a journal topper or as a very large journaling card for any journal. And this is an Alice in Wonderland specifically themed one for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this time together, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.